From 3, 2, 1. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Big Hello. Good evening, everyone. My name is Endomilian, and today I'm replacing Wellington Santana. Today we're gonna discuss a little bit about disillusionment. Will be an interesting topic because we can talk a lot about it, and I really like this kind of topic because I have some thoughts about this. So, Bruno, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. So good evening, everyone. Good evening, YouTube. My name is Bruno. I'm 34 years old. I'm married. I live in Santos, born and raised here. I'm a host here also, and my immersions are on Saturday. So if you want to come, like to, I would be glad to have you all there. And I work at a freight forwarder company in the collection sector. Basically, I'm the annoying guy that calls the customer to make sure that they're gonna pay what they have past due with us. And but I always charge the customers with uh, kindness, so you need to pay, of course. And what
Yeah.
else? I have 2 kids. I was telling my friend here that I have recently I had another kid, and this is a good thing. I was looking. We were planning, me and my wife, we were planning to have one more kid, but now I don't want to have any more. I mean, another kid. Two is enough for me. And basically that's it. It's a pleasure to be here with my my friend
Old friend.
and
I think we
old
can say
friend. Yeah,
old friend.
for sure, for
Old
sure.
friend here, on Talk and Talk. That's interesting. Bruno, it will be a kind, guys. It will be a kind of interview because 101. So this will be a very friendly conversation.
Friendly,
Um,
exactly.
so Bruno, let's start from the first, and then we can create different questions. Have
Mhm.
you ever experienced disillusionment? Dizzy, oh my God, this word is so hard to
Yeah,
disillusionment in your
yeah.
life. So but I would like to know more, like what's your perception about it? Like disillusionment, how do you deal, what do you feel, and so on.
Well, yes, a lot of, not a lot of, but I had my disillusionments, like romantic ones and related with job and work and professional ones. Let's say like this. And it long for it lasts for 4 months. But I
Okay.
was too young, not too young, but I was immature in that time. So like in the first relationship, romantically people, you don't think uh like correctly, you everything for you is like, oh my god, this is so nice and this kind of thing. But then you start to realize that there are some stuff that is are different than you were imagining, because these two people are like different words. So you are your own world, and the people that you are with is another one. So you need to understand what's going on, and with time you will see if you want to be with that people, with that person. People, not, it's a lot of
Okay.
people. So you need to see if you want to be with that person, or not. And then I realized that is not what I want. We both, you know realized that the the best thing for both were to split up, and we split up, and everything is good, you know. And then I met my wife, and here we are, like 12 years. We will complete
Oh, wow. Congrats.
in
Nice.
February 20, February 20. Yeah. And like I'm blessed to have my wife with me, and I can I can judge, you know. For me, it's one of the things that I wanted for life, and I have, you know. So I'm blessed. And about the
Beautiful.
professional one, I like when I was younger, around my 20s, I decided to work in a cruise, you know, like work in a ship, you know, in a cruise ship.
Wow.
And
Very, very
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, but I pay some courses, you know, because we need to. It's demanding, you know, from us to make some courses, you know, in order to be prepared to go to work in a cruise. And I did
Mhm.
everything, you know. I remember that when I was there, I saw the cruise, the ship, you know. I was like, oh my god, it is amazing, you know. And in my mind, it was like I people told me that when you go there, you will feel like different because it's crazy. Your mind don't work so doesn't work so well, you know, when you go there.
Okay.
Man, it's something like totally strange, different, you know, and
You are
it's hard to
saying
explain.
stay in the
But
middle of the sea and only see water, just kind of stuff.
yeah, but not just it, the work by itself and the environment, the people that work with you know. It's like, for
Okay.
example, in a regular job, you have like of you have 2 days on 2 days of day off, you know. I don't know
Okay.
if it is the same for you.
Mhm.
And there you have just like, depending of the situation, of course, but in my case was I just had hours of uh, rest, you know, like I didn't have days off, you know. So I worked a lot there. If I spend more time, I would work more, you know. But I just spent 1 week there because I realized that it was not what I was looking for, you know. I was looking for like to learn a new language, not just one, but uh, like a lot of languages. I'd like to travel around the world, you know. And if I stayed there, I would be in a lot of different places, you know. But for me,
Mhm.
was not so much because the dollar was not so high, you know. So if I work, for example, in a regular job here in Santos or there, it not make the difference, you know. Like the only difference it would be like earn in dollar, you know, and like travel around the world, this kind of thing. But in terms of money, it not make so it not make difference, you know. And
Okay.
I when I decided to quit, I felt like, man, what I'm doing, because I was planning for so long to do it. Now I just quit, you know.
Wow. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
This is yeah, they're really deep because say you are saying that you have worked for 1 week and was for
yeah,
you very impacting, like
yeah,
your
yeah,
your way you're taught, your feelings, and wow,
yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy, man. Just leaving it to understand how it works, you know, because
Yeah, man.
it's something totally
And you
away.
worked a lot, planned a lot to do it, and when
Exactly.
you did,
That
like, oh, wow.
yeah, that's what make me so frustrated, because I plan and I spend so much money, on it, but then I decide to quit. But anyways, that's okay.
Yeah, but I think that the point sometimes is like you worked a lot to do something that is kind of big, like change it, your life.
Yeah,
When you faced the situation, you know was needed to rethink about the situation. But the outcome was your perception in terms of life. Oh, I really do not, it's interesting because it's so crazy because there are a lot of people they sometimes do not like do the things in general. Like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, but they never tried. Like, in
exactly.
English, we have saying a lot, oh, I hate English. Man, I hate English. And then when the people start to learn more, oh, no, I love English. Totally changed it, the perception.
Yeah, exactly.
Because for you was crazy, yeah, and was awesome as well because you really did the stuff. You planned your life to do and you did, and this is not the thing. This is, for real, this is not the thing. So I will do other stuff. So this is awesome, awesome, really awesome. And other stuff sometimes we do not pay attention, like disillusionment, illusion from come from illusion. What's illusion? What how does it mean? Like the illusion. Illusion is something that is intangible, like we only in abstraction and so on. We create things that's not real, like it's not real, just our
Yeah.
perception. And when you are doing something totally different. Um, wow, good, very good. Thanks a lot for sharing this thing. It's totally a kind of interview because the people are watching you. Oh, I know
Yeah.
everything about Bruno.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will, based on your history, um
hmm
your background, after this, like, what to do when you are trying to do in the same way, like, oh, I will plan a lot to do something big, but what was your, what was your learning, what you have learned from doing that stuff, like that you can apply in your now. Oh, now I did it, or I did this, but now I will do differently. Like I'm doing different this or that.
Yeah. Well, after this experience, I consider myself a person that, like, I know myself better, because I did it, and like I never thought that I would be able to do it, because in that time I consider myself immature, not so, like, not so adult, let's say like this. And after that, I saw myself in a different way, and I see myself like different, Of course that,
Wow,
like, it was
nice.
like 30 years, 30 years ago, 13 years ago, So like it was a long time ago, but now I see myself like a stronger person, more than I imagined, before. And like everything that you need to do in life and you want to do in life, you need to have plan, like you need to plan ahead, and when you plan ahead everything in your life, no matter what you want to do, the result, like the percentage of the result can is higher than when you don't plan anything, like I will do it right now and let's see what's gonna happen, when you do it, like the maybe you will fail because you didn't have a plan before. So when you plan the things, like the percentage of the you like hit the mark, let's say like this, will be better, will be higher. So I learned it from this experience, and of course, uh, to deal with the disillusionment, I learned to deal with it because it was something that uh, hit me in a way that I spent years to accept this decision, because every time in my mind I would be back there and I would try again, But in my life, everything after this episode, happened like faster, like
Okay.
I quit the job, and then I back to my house, I spent 6 months without a job, and I was like going crazy because to be without a job, it's crazy for a man, mainly for a man, because not just for a man, for everyone, but for me, I was looking for like
Yeah, I think
afford
culturally, I
things
think
for my
we
family,
feel more because yeah, provide the stuff, the
more
provider. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Even though that time I didn't have like my own family, like my wife, my kids, but I need to help my parents, so I felt responsible for provide to them also,
yeah.
and then I met my wife and everything went well, so like after uh 2 months, I met my wife, and then we decided to be in a relationship and then get married, and so everything was so fast, and sometimes in just to sum it all up, sometimes we think that an
Mhm.
experience that we have that makes us suffer a little bit, it can create something good for the future, maybe if I stayed there in the cruise, maybe I would never be in a relationship with my wife nowadays, so maybe that thing needed to happen, had to happen to make me my and my wife be together like
Exactly.
so far, so for me it's amazing,
Yeah, I think when we start to the let's talk about before the disillusionment, but the illusion. When we start to think more deeper about the illusion, we create a lot of we create a long history, but without the details. Like for example, after you worked there, you're in a ship, right? You uh, became another man, like after this big challenge. So the your wife met other men.
yeah,
Wasn't your,
if
your Bruno, before the ship, the traveling, the experience.
yeah,
So this is interesting.
yeah,
Because that's it. And it's interesting you thought about, you didn't feel like a man or adult or something like that. Because, I'm reading more about this kind of thing, and in the anthropology, they say about the rituals of transition, right? So when the girl, become older, the 18 party and so on, kind of thing, the university. Nowadays, we don't have it more clear. Like we are, only living, living, living. So you do not have the perception to grow, like after, before and after the milestone. Like, what I'm saying? Like the milestone, something big that you do. So this is something I'm just seeing that because I feel this almost the same. Like I felt like almost the same. Like, oh, I don't feel like an old, like an adult or something like that. So it's, it's kind of funny for me. And other thing that you say
yeah,
about organization and planning your decision is the intentionality. Not only
Yeah.
living your life, you learn to the intention. I like, I'm doing my intention. I know my intention, so I'm doing step by step what I need to reach that kind of thing, so on. And I will say, so what was a very beautiful history you shared. Very beautiful. For me.
Thank you, man.
Uh, question number 10. What I love this with advice. I love advice. What advice? What advice would you give to someone currently grappling with feelings of disillusionment?
Tell,
Some, yeah, summing up this question, advice about, from this to overcome this kind of feeling, or, feel free, stage yours.
yeah, man. As I said before, I stay for a long time to accept this decision, because I had in my mind that I would be back to this work, And sometimes I believe you need to find the your why. Why did you make this decision? Why do you want to back to some situation? When you find out this why, maybe your perception and your feelings about this disillusionment will change. It happened to me. My why in that time was I want to travel around the world. I would like to like be more independent, like be more independent. I believe that is the right word. There is no other one. I would like to be more mature, you know and I would like to live by myself, like not depending of my parents to do everything for me, like my mother in that time, she put my meal in my plate, on my plate, so I didn't need to do anything, so I had everything in my hands, like say like this. And of course that it's like, for some people it's awesome, but there is a time that you need to do the things for yourself, and I was looking for it in that time. And that's was my why. I would like to turn a man, a real man, to like to take care of myself. That's the word. And my why was for this. And then I realized that I didn't need to go there to to have this trip, to have this job, to turn something better, I could do it like living here in my place. So I discovered other ways to do it, and I did, now I feel more prepared to do the things that I need to do, even though I sometimes I don't know like nothing how to start something, but I have the courage to do it. I'm a proactive person when I need to to be one, depending
Yeah,
of the situation. So I learned how to get what I wanted, in that time, but in a different way. So I discovered my why, So if you
perfect.
are struggling with it, you just need to rethink and find out what is your big why, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Why? You said, so much why, and Philip just appear here.
No way, really?
Yeah.
That's the topic
Other
I enjoy
other
talking,
interviewer, yeah.
Yeah, another
But
exactly.
try to find your
So,
why, and
yeah, tell me your
Philip just
strengths
appear.
and your weaknesses.
Oh my
Awesome.
god.
No, just kidding.
Welcome, Philip. How are you?
I'm very good, better now. It's been a long time we don't talk. So
Yeah, a long
I'm glad you
time, man. Oh my
invited
God.
me. Thank you so much.
Nice
So
to see you,
now
man.
now we are just, opening this topic, disillusionment. So talking about a lot of perception from the topic. So
Yeah.
Bruno shared something very interesting, like, you know, trying to be mature, like mature. What does that mean for you? Like mature, being mature.
Oh man, I
Let's,
love
yeah,
this.
Philip. Philip, you can start. So
Yeah, I love this question because I have been telling myself that quite a while, especially after last year. A lot of things changed in 2023, and taking accountability, it was the main thing. So I understand everybody has their concerns. They put their fault on someone else's shoulders, or they feel guilty or not. But I guess being mature, it means um, it's not doing by your own, but understanding that you're responsible and you're accountable by things that there's no other person's gonna do that for you. So if you want to build a family, if you want to build a career, if you want to build a house or to have a house or whatever, like you want to change countries or you want to change your career, whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna ask for help if you need to, and but you take accountability by the end of the day. So being a business person, it means you take accountability for everything by the end of the day, no matter if it's your fault or not. So that's it. And as a man, as Bruno was telling, in a relationship, it works the same. So you take accountability on things that it's meant for you, you know. And then, but of course, you ask for help, you exchange, you listen, you learn, you make mistakes, and you understand you are in the process. And the process, it's more important than the end. So it's been a while I do not join a talk like that, you
a
know?
philosophic topic.
Yeah,
It's
philosophic
been
talk. Yeah, yeah.
very, very good. You know, I've been thinking a lot about that. Like sometimes I feel that we are in this new challenge, you know, as a generation, because I know that I know your age, Bruno, you said, you shared. So it's a kind of new conception about how to handle the things. Because when I pay attention, for example, in my family, I know that they took care a lot, you know, of me, like caring a lot. And at the same moment you care a lot, you kind of do not let it go, like growing the possibility to you being aware about the world, how to take the decision, you know, like to put yourself in the middle of the stuff, the happening. So this is interesting to understand. But Bruno, how about you? What do you understand, you know, about being mature?
About me being
What's your,
mature,
yeah,
right?
yeah, what's
Yeah.
your perception about it, your conception?
Yeah, I believe I really I agree with what Philip said, about take accountability about the things, that you are doing. You are responsible for the things that you want to do, and sometimes you are responsible for the people that are around you, like your family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, wherever, and you need to be in charge, when you decide to do something, go for it, and have in mind that the decisions that you make will impact people around you, and you need to, like, if it is something good or not, you need to be responsible and take the responsibility, not just uh, do whatever you want, and and not take the charge about it. You need to be
Well, without
aware that
consequences.
everything,
Mhm.
exactly, everything has a price, and you need to be responsible for it, take accountability, like Philip said. So, and just the way that Philip said the things, I saw that he grew a lot in this travel, you know, because like
Look
now I think
like a
that
very
Felipe has a
wiser
lot of
man, a very nice guy. You know the way
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, a lot of
I,
changes
I'm
in his
fe
life.
I'm feeling
Yeah,
the energy for real. I'm feeling the energy. Oh my God.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And I'm glad to see on you, man. Really
Yeah,
nice to see it.
Yeah, I guess
A
when
new man.
you get punches on the face, you grow, you know? Yeah.
man, I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
All
You
sides,
have
you
to
know?
learn, at least you'll have to learn how to defend yourself. Like, oh my
Exactly.
God, I'm tired. Guys, so let's see what well prepared for us. Let me see other stuff. Phil, do you want to create a question? Bruno, do you want to create a question for us?
Yeah.
Will be the new host.
Oh my God,
Something
let
that
me
you are
see.
curious or, like I like to do that because I think, for me, it's more interesting and sometimes it's hard to deal this kind of thing. But when I see people that I already know, so that can do that, so I just do because I think it's interesting
Yeah.
to learn more, to create movement.
Let me see. Hmm, a good one. So I would like to know from you guys, what was the big disillusionment that you had in 2023, last year?
People.
And what you learned from it? People, oh my God.
Yeah, I learned that
Straight to the point.
do not trust people first of all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter how much you care and how much you try to help or how much you want to let people grow and develop themselves. They are not going to do that. They're not going to change. They are not going to understand, and they are going to blame you, and you're going to be like the devil. You know, you're going to be responsible for their bad things, you know, especially when you are a leader and people, they just put their things on you and you are the bad guy. So I had bosses, I had leaders, they were people that I didn't like because my career didn't follow what I expected, but it was my career, not theirs. So by the end, like I remember my first boss, he was the most terrible one. I didn't like him at all, but he taught me the most. He was, because um especially when I moved to Chicago in 2011, he didn't care about whatever I was doing. He was just asking for details. And then I got really mad on some points. But then that was his role, it wasn't personal. And another thing, do not take it personal. Like friendship doesn't work in business. Doesn't work in business. Doesn't work. People are gonna blame you, they're gonna misunderstand you. So what I learned from 2023 is you need to, you know, I don't know how to say that in English, but in Portuguese, santo de casa não faz milagre. You know that? So I do not do business with people I know, friends. I do not sell or do not buy things from friends. It doesn't work. At least until I'm 35, I haven't had any good example to share.
Wow.
Deep.
Well, very deep, very deep. Well, in my case, I think, Bruno, about the career, I think I have planning or uh, imagining something different for me, but now I'm doing something that I really think, oh, I think this is not the thing, like I think I really, for real, I'm in a role of disillusionment in terms of, for example, education or possibility to change something, you know? So for me, it's kind of, and at the same moment, I feel that, I have different possibility to do changes in other manner, but I don't know how to do this. So, the last year was totally crazy, totally different for me. Was, year long thinking about this, like, oh, wow, what I'm doing. For me, it's nice because, I am in a tranquil moment, so I can think. But at the same moment, I can think I don't want this for me. Like, I want more. I want to try more, I have thinking a lot about this. So this is my illusion in disillusionment. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I'm just doing. And yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Nice,
And
guys.
that's interesting because even if we talk about the same topic and same point or same question, um, we we can have different understandings. And for example, today I'm telling like this, but in 2 years from now, I'm gonna change my mind and learn something different. That's why I love recording myself, putting myself on camera, even though people do not like those deep talks, I was once
I
told
love
that
it.
I would have to do entertainment stuff on Instagram in order to grow my Instagram. And then it's a choice, Sometimes you're gonna do that because you want to bring people that don't want to think too much, and that's something it's bothering the most. People, they don't want to think, they don't want to use their brains. It's like not just about, like, we can see here, it's what time is it? Almost 10 p.m. People are not here to, to speak English. Ah, but they want
Exactly.
to do
Exactly.
study. Okay, I get it. But people, they don't like, when I teach, I say that you like to be listening, but you don't want to put yourself out. You don't want to expose yourself.
Yeah.
So, and then that bothers me a lot. People, I shouldn't, but it bothers me a lot that we are losing a lot of time, energy, resources. We could have been doing much more on Talk and Talk. We could be
Yeah.
doing much more on each other's lives. We
Yeah.
could be doing much more businesses around ourselves. Talking about the host group, the host community, we are not using not even 1% of the possibilities we have there. And I take accountability by that because I create the environment and I need to create rituals and things to make people feel comfortable about that.
Your energy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes it's I just want, hey, just help me out, just say something, like just share some shit things in here and let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Phil, I have a question about it. Like
I have a
when
question.
you I have a question about it. Exactly, what you are saying, like when you see your community, like the environment that you are creating, do you have some example of different community that you see, oh, we can use that community as, a guiding or something, I don't know, it's not equal, but at least similar,
Yeah.
like the people connecting each other and creating more strong connection and make different.
Yeah, there's one that I'm part of it. I pay to be part of it.
Okay.
It's an annual subscription. It's the same price as we have
Okay.
here for the English community, and it's about marketing. It's Pedro
About
Sobral
marketing, right?
community. It's
Okay.
called Subidos, and it talks about paid advertisements. And in there, you don't see Pedro Sobral in any posts. So for example, on Talk and Talk, we have WhatsApp group, we have Telegram group, we have a lot of things. We have even a host WhatsApp group. Like, we are not asking for advice. We are not asking suggestions. We are not sharing our ideas. We are not sharing our learnings. We are not talking to each other. We are not getting connected like, imagine, have you ever called or talked to someone in the WhatsApp? Hey, do you need any help? Or I don't know, just like to book a call with someone. Like,
Yeah.
no one, like Ando was one of the people that have booked calls with me. Felipe, the Spanish host, he has started now, and people are not doing that with each other. So the Subidos group, the community, they are asking every single days, I don't know, thousands of questions. So in our community, and it's still new, and it takes a time for that, but people are asking questions about problems, about the internet, about the link. I get it, but we have a specific tool for that. So what are you asking to improve yourself? Like, I have a mentorship program, annual mentorship program that I created. Like, I was supposed to learn French, but man, I have no goal for French. I haven't found the purpose to learn French, you know? And then there are people there studying for 20, 30 years English, and they cannot speak the language. And they are paying to be in the annual mentorship group. They are paying the annual subscription, the mentorship group, and now they're going to pay for me private sessions, a part of everything. So they are just paying. And for me, it's good. But for them, like, it's pointless. So there's this group that the group itself, it's what matters most. And people are creating content for themselves. So the new hosts, they don't need to talk to me. They don't need to talk to me. They actually, they will be prohibited to talk to me, not because I'm special, not even close to that. Actually, the opposite. But I want the other hosts to feel the experience of helping each other. So Endo is going to be the person for someone. Bruno is going to be another person for someone. And then you're going to develop someone, you're going to have the experience of being a mentor, and you're going to feel the pressure of, oh, this person is not doing okay. So it's not about English, as we have been saying a lot. It's about helping each other, developing, creating connections, because money is going to happen. It's, it's late to happen, but it's gonna happen for everybody in the platform. I still haven't figured out how to make that happen, but I'm persistent, So, but yeah, money, it's over there. A lot of people, they are already earning money with the platform. They're already earning some money, but it's not even close to where we can earn, So my job is to create this environment to everybody to have something, especially money, because it's like how the system works.
Yeah. One of the things
Wow.
that you said in one of the meetings that we were was that we don't use the potential that this platform has,
Yeah, we
and
don't.
we need to learn how to use it.
Yes. And
Like, as you said, networking, and try to figure it out what other people do for a living. Maybe you can use it like to build a business or something like that,
Like you work with
create a relationship between customer and.
You are accountant, right? You are an accountant.
Yeah, I'm like.
But you work with that.
Not exactly. I'm a part of the collection team, you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah,
you
I
work in a
know,
company
yeah.
that works with that segment, right? With that market. So don't you think you have other people in Talk and Talk as hosts that they need the service that the company you work for provides? Don't you think maybe someone could be hired in your company that is in the Talk and Talk host group? Don't you think people need like a geologist with PhD in, you know, sometimes we are looking outside and there are things inside and really close to us, but we are not talking, we are not sharing. And I understand it's my responsibility to create that environment. But and sometimes like for this year, I need to understand how to really develop a group, like a team to work with me. Because last year it didn't work out. So I need to find the solution
But
for
Philip,
that.
I think that is not like, of course, that you are in charge of everything, but sometimes we need to create our own opportunities, you know, like as you said.
But it's not gonna
I'm
happen.
working
It's not gonna happen. But it's not gonna happen. It's not natural. People are not gonna do that. It doesn't flow as the water. It's not gravity that happens.
yeah,
Even life, it doesn't happen everywhere. You know,
yeah,
it happens, but we don't know how exactly it happens. But you know, and life is everywhere. Like life is everywhere. But imagine businesses, opportunities, they are everywhere as well. But it doesn't flow as it should be. But the environment need to help this flowing process to create opportunities between people. So start meeting everyone. Like we have now 80 people as hosts in Talk and Talk. So don't you think
Congrats.
you could have something potential for you, like a potential opportunity for you? Don't you think someone there could help you with anything, or you could help someone with anything? It's impossible to not have this opportunity happening, you know? How do we do that?
yeah.
At least we need this a place. And the WhatsApp, it's a one place. When we bring the topic complaints, everybody goes there. When we talk about gossip, everybody goes there. But when we talk about networking opportunities, nobody goes there.
Exactly.
But I think, happened the same with the English, like in this case, like the people do not want to, show yourself, like, because, for example, when you are saying that, like, I have thinking some stuff, some possibilities, so I need to try, something that's abstract in my mind, but I need to try hands-on, learn by doing. And I, never did it. That's the really point, because, I'm playing a lot and a lot and a lot, so it's kind of more like a game, like you need to play the game, like play the game and learn, play, learn, play, learn, play, learn. Because, for example, you are saying that now today at morning, I was listening on a podcast and the guy says, oh, I have, they are talking just like we are doing right now, like talking about the topic, neuroscience and something, the conception. And the girl said, oh, I have the accountability, company. And the guy, interviewing her, like, yeah, the same accountability that work, with my company. So they were friends, like, and I start to say that all the people that he invited to, talk about that different topic, actually they work together, like, sharing, exchanging possibilities. So was something that, I was thinking today, like at morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, just it's like on social medias. If you talk about good stuff, people don't care. Like, I have some people following me on Instagram. They just show up to criticize, to complain. But when I tell, oh, I earned a lot of money, I bought a house, I moved to another country, my business is doing well, they don't say a shit. But if I fail, if everything goes wrong, they show up. And I love that
Yeah.
when people show up.
Nice, man.
I love that,
Yeah.
because it tells more about
Yeah.
them than myself.
Yeah. For sure.
I just
Yeah,
see, like, when I
exactly.
when I it's sometimes it's just like a heart button or just a clap or just a message. There are friends that I'm not in touch anymore, but when they open up a question box on stories, I just ask a general question. I have no idea about what they are doing, but I ask a question, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I know how hard it is. And sometimes that's yeah, it's
Yeah,
complicated.
but
I feel
yeah, I think this is nice because this is other side of this whole bullshit that we are living on. Like, the peacefully of your soul. Like, I'm a good person. I'm trying to help, and that's it. And the end of stuff, because for real, the people are, I think we have a lot of these people, like, people are saying, like, the people that, behind the scene, they don't want good stuff for you, like accomplishment, realizations, and so on. That's my perception. Bruno.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Wendell and Philip. I was like thinking here, and it's crazy how people like to criticize, in a bad way, than to like give the compliment about something that you are doing, that you are putting a lot of effort on it, like Philip, he completely changed his whole life, you know, to go to a new thing, to turn the page, a new page, and like I am really proud of you, man,
It's
for real.
scary.
I'm
It's
We
I'm
are.
not
changing
I'm
things.
not telling you this because we are here talking, but you know me. Every time that I have the opportunity, I always send you some some words, like, hey man, nice, this is nice,
Yeah.
this kind of thing, and I'm one of the people, like you are one of the person that I see that you have a lot of potential, and I believe that in the future, like soon you will get there where you want to go, where you want to be. And talking about this platform, me and Endel and I, we are here since 2020, right? And we can see a lot of like improvements, we can see that the platform is growing and growing, and be part of this for me, and I believe that for Endel too, is something special, and have this opportunity here, like to be right now talking to you guys and to be part of this group is for me is amazing, for me it's like put together like uh, one thing that I want to do, that it's speaking English, as you ask when we we did the interview, like what is your how can I say it in English, a selfish motivation to be here.
Motivation.
Like,
Such a reason.
yeah. But after that, we can see that we like we have a lot of good things that happen, not just English, but we make friends, we make connections, and we develop relationships. That is one of the best things, and learn with one another. So
Grow
it's
together.
nice to be, yeah,
Guys, just
and
to
see
finish this
the
conversation. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, do you believe
no,
that
yeah.
a new host asked for me this question about the selfish? I was talking, oh, now we're gonna work on the Zoom, and so let me ask something. What's your selfish motivation? If I didn't state anything, what?
Yeah, because I ask everybody, like the subscription to be a host, you need to answer what's your selfish motivation. And for those people that don't know, it's not clear selfish motivation. They quit quicker than those that understand, So, what's the selfish motivation to be here? So for me as a leader, it's like everybody could say, oh, it's money. It's not, because it doesn't worth it. Like the pain, the hurts, and the complaints, and I had to fire a student, a subscribed student, and I gave the person back all the money because it was a pain in the ass. Just like, oh, I'm paying this shit, so I want that happening right now. So after 3-4 times saying the same unpolite way, I give up. I don't care. I don't need this money. So my main motivation is to develop myself as a human being, to be around people, and to develop my leadership skills. I have a long way to go. So my main motivation is I need this group to help me develop my leadership skills, because I'm still beginning with that. And it's a lab. I'm just testing a lot of things.
Guys, I need to finish this conversation. Thanks a lot for this conversation. It was really awesome. We are honored to receive Philip here and Bruno. It was a kind of interview. Awesome. And I think we need to talk more about this in other, in other time.
Yeah.
To do not let it go, like, without thinking, but to try to create something very concrete on that term, like trying to do for real this stuff. So I think will be
we could create like a session that we are going to join.
I was thinking that, like,
just like
trying to
let's choose
like interview and talking about possibility of the people, like I'm geologist, I can say about some stuff, and I don't know.
And then try to bring other hosts, So,
awesome.
Hey people, I'm gonna join this meeting and I need 2 more hosts to be with me.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's try to make it happen.
Awesome,
so Bruno is in charge for the next one.
Yeah.
Sure.
In March, Bruno is gonna handle this to bring other hosts. You're gonna choose a schedule like during the night. I guess it's gonna be better for most people, but you can choose other times. But something like that.
This is so, for me, this is really special. I think this is my selfish reason to stay here, so far, because I feel so refreshed when I'm, joining this kind of conversation, because my mind, my energy, I think this is totally aligned with the people I am. I for real, like, trying to be in the middle of the big changes, trying to help, trying to create different stuff. So
following
for me, when I'm joining,
thing.
when I'm joining this kind of conversation, my brain starts to, and I will create stuff, and I will do this, that,
Get motivated.
because sometimes, Yeah, totally. Because when I do not have that, like I feel like weak, and we start to,
And it
lose
happens.
this
Yeah, it happens a
a
lot.
lot,
Yeah.
a lot, man, a lot. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for this conversation, guys. Philip, Bruno,
Yeah, it was
Pleasure,
good.
man.
people are watching us. Bye bye.
See you. Thank you, Andel, Bruno. Bye bye. Take care.
You, bye bye.
Yeah.
Guys.
Care.